Hello, honored guests. I am the voice behind A Resting Place. If you're a regular visitor here, you will know that I usually make relaxing content, ASMR, ambiance videos, and all that to help you guys rest, because you need to rest. Don't argue with me. You know you do. Today, though, it'll be a little bit different. I've listened to a ton of roleplay ASMR, and I've noticed a couple things about it, so I thought I'd make a video talking about it because it's kind of become an obsession of mine. So yeah, this is my video. It's literally just me ranting about ASMR roleplay. Hopefully it's gonna be funny, so, you know, stick around, enjoy. Yeah, let's get started. So, a little bit of backstory. I knew nothing about ASMR roleplay. I didn't know it existed. I stumbled across it on YouTube. I think it was like one of those boyfriend simulator things. And I was like, what is this? And I kind of stumbled down the rabbit hole of it, and now I'm completely obsessed. So then I started doing it myself. So this is my rant about the hilarious similarities I've found in roleplay ASMR. So some of the similarities I've noticed in the videos themselves. Literally any royal roleplay where like the listener is the prince or the princess or whatnot, and they have like a bodyguard. The bodyguard knew them from childhood. There's never like a new bodyguard. They never changed it out. It's always, I've known you since you were a kid, and I know this prince or princess isn't good for you. Don't marry them, kind of thing, which is sweet. But it's like in every video. Like, have you never had a guard that's just known them a couple months? Like, that works too. It doesn't have to be they were raised together. Another similarity is the randomest mixtures of people and animals. There's cat boy, dog boy, ox boy, fox boy. There's spider people. They made spider people, and they made them attractive. And I was deeply concerned when I found out that there were spider people. And then I was even more deeply concerned that they were actually good. You know what I mean? Like, the videos were great. So yeah, and there's snake people too. So if you don't know how to get over your fear of snakes or spiders, I would recommend falling in love with a half-human, half-spider ASMR video. But in all of this, there's no toothless person. Like from How to Train Your Dragon, I need me a toothless person. Get me a half-toothless half-person, because I would fall in love with that in 2.5 seconds. Another similarity is the sob stories that take up the whole video. Like, I appreciate a good sob story. I love crying to hear how your younger sister was kidnapped and all that. It's great, but not the whole video, you know what I mean? Like, if you promise me a romance and then the whole story is the kid talking about, you know, death, I don't appreciate that. Like, there's a balance, people. There's a balance. Oh, and bouncing off that, literally all the time, the listener will just randomly burst into tears in the middle of danger, especially those mafia ones. Like, can you not pull yourself together and run, child? You can cry when you're in the hospital, you know what I mean? Like, seriously, get out of danger first, then have a mental breakdown, okay? And yeah, as far as the mafia ones go, the ones that glorify toxic relationships, those videos. I'm looking at you, Yandere videos. This is not healthy, okay? Kidnapping people is not a good basis for a relationship. And, you know, mafia people, they're not good people. I hate to be the one to point this out, but, like, don't date a mafia person, please. Okay, so here are some similarities I found in the voice actors. They are super talented, by the way, but we'll get more into that later. Yawns. They all yawn, and I'm concerned. I feel like y'all need to get more sleep. So if there's a voice actor out there who's like, you know what, I think I'm gonna record instead of sleeping, don't do that. Get some sleep. Stop it. Get some help. Okay, they use too loud or too quiet sound effects. I cannot count the number of times I have closed off a video because I could not hear the person talking because the background sound effects are too loud. If you're in a park, fine, give me some bird chirping, but don't have the bird screeching in my ear to the point where I cannot hear you. And at the same time, if a siren is like right next to me, don't make it sound like it's 50 blocks away, okay? Patreon. I did not know what that was, but it's literally on every VA channel ever. If they have more than like 2 subscribers, they will have a Patreon. I mean, fine, make your money, my dudes, do it, we love this for you, but it's literally everywhere. It's a similarity, and I had to throw that in there. The filthy videos, the more suggestive videos. There are so many of them. Is this what we as a generation have stooped to? Like, I just keep picturing those poor voice actors alone in their rooms, or worse, not alone in their rooms, recording this. Like, I mean, if you're making money off of it, go for it, my dude, but like, I'm concerned. I'm concerned for us as humanity that these videos are so popular. That's all I'm going to say about that. The thumbnails where they say like the art is not mine or it's blurred out. It makes me nervous when you are like, the art isn't mine, because are you stealing this art from someone? Like, is this someone's art? Or if you blur it out, I understand, copyright. YouTube's crazy with copyright. But can you make another thumbnail where it's not blurred out? Like, is there some appeal to the blurred out art? All the blurred out art tells me is that some artist got mad at you for stealing their art. This is a legitimate question. I don't actually know most of this. I'm very new to the VA community. VA is voice actor, by the way, if you didn't know that. I just learned that. So yeah, tell me, can you, like, what is with the blurred out art on thumbnails? Okay, voice actors, the Naga stories. So Naga is a part snake, part human. I mentioned this earlier, which is weird in and of itself, but it's worse when the voice actors emphasize the S on every word. Like they go or whatever. Like, I appreciate you making it trying to sound like they're a snake, but we get it. They're a snake. Stop it, please. For the sake of my mental well-being, don't emphasize the S on every word. Okay, the ones who make up different voices, but they all sound like the same voice, so we can't tell what's going on. I appreciate it if you need different characters and don't have, different people, but I don't understand, like, my mental processing can't handle one voice as 3 characters. So please help me. Like, change up your voice a little more, even if it's, like, dramatically, like, oh, I'm a different character. Like, do that, please, because I don't understand. I'm not that smart, people. Okay, the VAs that divide up one big story into like 70 different videos, and I cannot find them in order. If you do that, put them in a playlist, please. I listened to the greatest series. It was like 17 videos. I loved it to death. It was in a nice playlist where I could just binge them all. Do that. Do that, please. Do not put them in random places and like I can't find them and I'm sad. Don't make me sad. Do not make me sad. Put them in a playlist. Okay, now that I've poked some fun, here are some things ASMR VAs have in common that are awesome. Okay? Number 1, they're underappreciated. This goes without saying. They are incredibly talented people, just, chugging away. Most of the time they post very regularly, and they don't get enough credit. They really don't. And most of the time they have really good microphones. I've heard a couple where the mics are awful, but most of the time, 90% of the time, the ones I've heard, the mics are really, really good, which I very much appreciate. I bought like a $25 mic on Amazon because I didn't want to be the one person with a horrible mic. I don't even know if mine sounds good, like up to normal standards, but I appreciate the VAs who went and splurged and bought the $300 mic because props to you. Okay, the improv. Some of these videos are totally improv, and I was mind blown when I found that out. Some of their videos are totally without scripts, and I physically cannot do that, so I respect you for that. The ones who write their own scripts, like me, that takes time. It takes a lot of time, and you have to run through it and be like, does this sound right? Do I need to rewrite this? It's incredibly time consuming, and I have so much respect for the people who actually write their own scripts as opposed to, going on Reddit and just finding and copy pasted script. And those are fine sometimes. Like, I will listen to 2 or 3 of the same script and, pick my favorite or whatever. But I really do respect the VAs who write their own scripts. The ones that get emotional during their audios. I've heard a couple where the VAs put in their own thoughts at the end, especially the ones that deal with more hard topics. So much respect to that. Opening up. It's not easy opening up to strangers, especially like strangers over the internet, because you don't know who's going to hear. But I really do respect, especially like the ones who have walked through that and do a script based off their own personal journey. So much respect. The ones that are really nice and reply to the comments to like literally all the fans, even when they get huge. I've noticed a couple different channels that do that. I've followed a couple since they were like really small, and now they're really big, and they still reply as many as they can, and I really respect that. The ones that are still super sweet when they get huge. The VA community has a lot of really, really sweet people. I don't know them, and I'm very new, but the ones I have seen like live stream or whatever are very pleasant people. Like, they're really nice to be around, even when they get really, really big. Which is great, just making a safe space for people. Because ASMR, is people's safe place. The ones that do the art themselves or pay their own money to get quality art for the thumbnails, really, really love that. The dedication. We love this. The ones with nice long pauses at the end of what they said to let you answer their questions or whatever in your mind. That can be overdone. A few times I've been like, is the video still on? Did it pause or whatever? It's really nice. It feels like a conversation if you have more of a pause. So we love that. We have to respect the quality stories and the quality plot twists. Some of these videos could be a movie, could be a novel. They're incredible. Some of the stories, the lore, the lands these people make up, it's more than just ASMR. It's a universe that these people are creating. And the plot twists and everything that like keeps you on your toes. I love it. It's like a good book, and we respect that. Okay, the VAs who make comfort audios for people going through a rough time, we love that. And then support them in the comment section. Those VAs are the real VAs. Like, man, dude, whatever. We appreciate it so much. I appreciate it personally, because it can be rough making a comfort audio, but it's even rougher going into the comment section and actually seeing what people are dealing with and then responding and supporting them. It's great. Okay, the ones who make up different voices and they actually sound like different voices, like the talent. I was amazed the other day. I saw a video where like this dude did like 3 different voices, and I literally was like searching through the description, like what other voice actors did he get? But no, one dude. So much respect. Okay, the ones with non-human listeners, especially dragons. Give me dragons any day of the week, especially like when I'm the dragon. There's a lot of videos where the speaker is non-human, but I love the ones where the listener is, because it's different, it's fun, I use my imagination. Love that. The enemies to lovers with the because I love you, especially when the voice actors shout just a little, like not too loud. It's perfection. It's glory. It makes me so happy. Okay, accents, especially if it's not their natural accent, but it sounds like a natural accent. Chef's kiss. Good for you. Okay, the funny videos. I love the funny ones. And there are so many good ones. And I'm just cackling the whole time. I'm in my room, we're like making myself a sandwich, and I'm just cackling because these guys are, I have so much respect for people who can make you laugh. Okay, to wrap this up, all in all, I am blown away with the amount of talent and dedication that is in the ASMR roleplay community. the voice actors give it 110% all the time, and I have so much respect for this community, and I'm really excited to have joined it. I'm excited to, see where this takes me. The ASMR roleplay videos that I make are all videos that I wanted to watch when I was, scrolling through, trying to find, ones where the listener maybe was a little bit more powerful or wasn't as submissive, or stories that I would like, oh, that would be really interesting. Let me search that up. Oh, there's not any? Okay, let me just make some of my own. So I hope that there are people out there who feel the same way and like my videos. And I hope you liked this. I don't really know what this was. It was just kind of a rant, but I hope it was enjoyable to you. I hope you liked it. So yes, go out there, enjoy the ASMR community, show some love to the VAs. They don't get enough credit. Drop a comment, be like, hey, I appreciate you. And yes, have a lovely day. Have a restful vacation here at a resting place. And I will see you in the next video.